like that. Welcome, everyone. Today is 9/12/2025. It is Wednesday. No, it's Friday. I haven't done that in a while. It is Friday. Welcome to today's meditation. Loretta, we are meditating and doing an intuition test today. So please go ahead and get comfortable. Sitting down, lying down. Like I said, try to sit up. If you're in the same time zone as me, it's 6 a.m. right now, right? But if you're gonna lay down, that's fine too. If you fall asleep, you will get what you need. So go ahead and get comfortable. And let's go ahead and put our palms facing up today, guys. Go ahead and take that deep inhale. That silent time right there. Crystal, especially you, I'm talking to you. This is the time to really ground yourself. Really connect that energy, that light, that chi to Father Sky, to your ancestors, to your higher power, God, Allah, Buddha, whatever you call him, her, them. They're here in this space. They're with us. They hold space for us. A lot of us don't even know what that means, holding space. A lot of us grew up with parents who never healed that inner child inside of them. So it's okay, we're not mad at them. But we have to understand they didn't show us how to make ourselves feel safe or how to heal our inner child. And that's okay. That's why we're here now. We're doing the work. We're going to do the work for us, for them, for our children, for our friends, for our family, for those that we come across every single day. Each moment, we pass people by, so many people. Every now and then we look up, we smile, they smile back, touching each other, spreading that light that we need. Let that energy rise. Let all of the healed inner children in this world come forward and show others how they can heal theirs too. Let's go meet with ours. Taking each inhale now, picturing a beautiful golden light coming out of your heart. Each inhale. And the light is growing bigger and bigger and bigger. Each exhale, seeing all that stuff that doesn't belong to us just leaving our space. Now in front of you, there's a door. On the other side is your inner child. When you are ready, go ahead and open that door and walk through and see your inner child. At what age are they appearing? Observe, what are they doing? Just sitting with yourself. Now kneel down in front of that child. Give that child a hug. Tell them everything is okay. We are okay. Perhaps you appear at a different age, more than just one. Go give those versions of yourself a hug too. Great job, guys. If you need to stay in this space, please just go ahead and mute me or leave the meditation. Stay in this space. For those of you that are ready, let's not leave this space yet. Let's not walk back through that door yet. Why don't we extend love, hope, resilience, strength, peace, love, love, love. Let's extend that out to others. Let us picture now others' inner children in front of them. Give them a hug. To all the children in the world today that came before us and that will come soon, hug them. And let's go ahead and walk back through that door. Let's turn around and take one last look and wave. Let's walk back out. Let's take a collective inhale here together. Exhale. Go ahead and open your eyes. I do have an intuition test, but I was like, let's just do it this way. Now, I have something in my hand. I don't want you to guess. I want you to sit, close your eyes, or stare at my hand. I want you to feel. For me personally, it's easier closing my eyes. And the reason I say close your eyes because you're not judging. You can go into that space. Do you see a color? Do you see a shape? Do you feel anything? All right. Before we get into the meditation, go ahead. Just white. Okay. Good. Your mind is blank. That's a good thing. It's clear. A little fly is joining me. Oh, I got a little teary-eyed on that meditation. When we went into that space, I saw myself as 5, 12, 25, 32. I even opened my eyes and I almost wrote it down, but my pen wasn't on. I didn't want to click during the meditation. But I was like, five, I kept seeing 5, 12, 25, 32. And I kept hearing those numbers 5, 12, 25, 32. It was wild. Yellow, blue, metal, indigo, purple. Indigo, purple is your third eye. You saw black, yellow, blue, and metal. Look up those colors. Oh, you were crying yesterday. Anybody else? Anybody else? Oh, I just dropped it. Intuition test. Before I do the reveal. And 3, 2, 1. It was a black hair tie. Jill said black. Ding, ding, ding. But she is not a winner. We are all winners. Because all we do is win, 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 no matter what. Okay? We're winners. And you got to walk around and saying that. Purple and green. Look up those colors. Purple is your crown chakra and green is your heart chakra. I would focus on those chakra centers today. Marianne, you get yellow a lot. Yellow's like your aura, Marianne. Yellow's like your color. That's like your vibe. I love it. Just like yellow. I do. When I think of Marianne, I think of yellow. It's just like sunshine and bright. It's like yellow. I'm new here, but working on my intuition and spiritual journey. Ashley Ann, welcome. I hope you heard the meditation, and let's speak about that meditation. If that's what you're trying to do, then you're in the perfect place because we open up our crown and then we do our third eye. Oh, speaking of third eye, Kayla G, you guys can't see her on TikTok because, oh, you know what? I want to introduce you guys because I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this because everybody, so look, guys. Oh, you guys are looking at each other. Oh, is that weird? So listen, TikTok, Zoom, TikTok. Introducing you guys, right? Because every we like talk over here. So just so you guys see what's going on over here. I heard part of it. Okay, good. And here's what. Guess what, Ashley Ann? If you only heard part of it, this is going to be up on my boob tube afterwards. And if you subscribe, you get journal prompts and affirmations to go with it. But going to that inner child meditation, right? I started crying when I started hugging my 5-year-old self. My 5-year-old self, we had just moved from Seoul, South Korea. I couldn't communicate with kids here. They all looked at me like I had 3 heads because I was speaking in Korean. I didn't speak English. And then my 12-year-old self, like right before I hit my teenage years, my dad was rough. I'm a Leo rising. I needed attention. I needed a lot of attention, and I didn't get it from anyone. I would make shit up like stories that I had a brother that died. Who does? I was that kid. I was that kid. Like, wanted attention so badly that that was the kind of stuff that I was saying. That's why, like, Kids do crazy things. And then if you don't heal from that stuff, you grow, hi Maria, you grow up into an adult who still does those things. And thank God I don't seek attention that poorly. Thank God I became an entertainer. That's what I did. I became a singer. And I think once I started like performing, that attention seeking was fulfilled through that, right? Um, I like performing. I love it. But the 12-year-old self in me, I had to tell her like we're good now. The 25-year-old self in me, that was the one that was like really struggling to figure out what she was doing in her life and where she was going. I honestly didn't really get a chance to sit with my 32-year-old self, so I'm gonna go sit with her later. And then I was sitting here thinking like, wow, this is an inner child meditation. And I'm so mature at the age of 48 that it brought up my 32-year-old self, which was 15 years ago for me. So I know some people in here haven't even hit like 20 something, right? And a lot of the people here, like Kayla, I know you haven't even hit 30 yet. So there's people all kinds of ages, right? On between TikTok and here. And I even say, and I say it jokingly, but I'm not. I'm a 48-year-old baby. I still don't know shit. And I was on a podcast yesterday and I said, I know enough now to know that I don't know shit, that I'm still learning, that I'm still adjusting, I'm still shifting. Like I said, I hate gossiping. And I was really proud of myself for how good and I was for not doing it, shifting subjects. And like I said, this menopause hit. And I tell people, and I say it all the time, you want to see my shit? Go to Facebook. I put all my junk there. I was telling the lady on the podcast yesterday, I went live from the pool after somebody had, been mean to my kid. And I was like, do you know who went live on my Facebook? It wasn't 48-year-old Kim that showed up on Facebook going live. It was 12-year-old Kim who was live on Facebook. That 12-year-old inner child version of me that still gets upset and triggered by mean people, she's who went live. Those versions of us do not leave us. They don't leave us, but we get to decide how they show up in our spaces. How do those versions and experiences of our lives show up now? You know what I mean? And that's why when you're angry, if your life isn't working out, if things are just chaotic, you need to ask yourself why. What choices are you making that is causing that chaos? Who are you allowing in your space that's causing this chaos? Bye, Christine. Have a great weekend. What choices are you not making to move towards your goals, your manifestations? Like you want to be, you say you want to go do hair, right? I don't care if you're 56 years old and you're like, you know what? I've always wanted to do hair. I really enjoyed it. And I can't do it though because I'm 56 now and no, I'm just not going to do it, but I really wish I would have. Who says that you can't do anything that you want at any age? That's that programming. If I don't care what age you are, if you say you want to go do something and it's a dream or a want or desire in your heart, go fucking do it. I just posted on my Facebook page, there's a 66-year-old man who always wanted to play in a college band. He always wanted to play in a college band. So do you know what he did? He enrolled in a college. He enrolled at a university at the age of 66. Why? So that he could play in the band. I know that's fucking right, sir. No one is stopping you but you. That man wanted to play in a fucking band, and he did it. Hawaii background. I don't have a Hawaiian background. I'm Mexican and Korean. So a lot of people think I'm Filipino or Hawaiian. Dark skin, slant in the eyes. Yeah. So Hawaiian or Filipino is what I usually get. But that guy went and did it. So if you're 56 and you want to go be a hairstylist, go to school. Who's saying, as a matter of fact, now that I think about it, my friend Kim, she's way younger. She's like in her 30s, but she went. People think to themselves, oh, I'm going to be the oldest one there. And so those motherfuckers are lucky. Those other students in their class, they should be so lucky to have someone with life experience and a different perspective than all the other people in that class. Did you think about that? Did you think about how magical you are and the gift that you could be to all those younger kids in that class? No, because we're not programmed to think like that. We're not programmed to hype ourselves up. We're not programmed to be like, yeah, yeah, go, 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 Kim, go, Kim, go, Kim. I do that all the time now. My kids think I'm nuts. Hapa, yeah. Um, yeah, Hapa does mean half, I wouldn't say half breed. But yeah, it means half Asian. And in Hawaii, the Hapa is really like half Japanese, if we want to get really technical, because a lot of the Japanese, so when the Japanese and the native Hawaiians, the indigenous, started marrying and co-creating, then they were calling those people Hapa. So evolution and changing, right? Other half Asian people like me have taken on that term Hapa to be half Asian. So yeah, half Asian, half Mexican. So you could be half whatever, but half Asian. So when we say, "Oh, are you Hapa?" we understand that we're half Asian. And that is such a huge part of my childhood trauma, the Asian part. So yeah, I thought that was a really I'm a poi dog. I don't know what that means. What do you think of shadow work journals and books? I think they're great. I think shadow work journals and books are great. And that's why I said and also what I should do is go live. Where is it? Fuck. If you go to my shop, I don't talk about this a lot. I have some stuff that I put, in my little showcase thing. Scroll down, there's a journal on there. It's an amazing journal inviting you to ask certain questions. And now, now that I think about it, I have mine here. I might just, you just bought one. Yeah. Yeah. Journals. And here's the thing, guys, what you don't know, when you're writing, you're channeling. When I do my Reiki sessions, people don't like to do in person, which I totally understand. I'm like, but you know what you get when you do my distance ones? And I always show this, you get all these notes. I go crown all the way down and I channel. Like it's so crazy. I used to laugh because when I did it, they would say, tell this something, 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 and sometimes it would be a big word. A word that I would never even speak. And I would just chuckle and I would like look up at whoever told me to write that and say, I hope you know how to spell that because I don't. So, like, literally channeling while I'm writing those things. And I'm like, what? What the fuck is that word? I don't even know how to say, I don't even know how to spell that. Like, help me out. So, when you're writing, when you're journaling, you you're channeling, you're letting things out, emotions. You're inviting yourself to ask yourself questions that we don't normally ask ourselves. And then what you're doing is you're reprogramming your mind. You're reprogramming the way you think, talk, speak, all of that. But does anybody want to talk about, let's talk. What did they see? What inner child, if you want to share, like what age did you come up at? What did you see? How did you feel when you saw that? Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? Oh, it's Friday.
I was a baby.
You
This
were
is
a
Melvin.
you were a baby.
I was.
Yes. And what did you do? How did you feel when you saw that baby?
Um, oh, my head got in right away trying to explain it, figure it out. But I just wanted to just let go of that deserted feeling and unloved. And so I just beamed that in and threw it off, and that was that.
You read the Akashic Records. Have you ever tapped into any of your past lives that hold on to that abandonment and that not being loved? karmic overlay?
Well, I came over on the boats,
Okay.
chained and hated
Right.
and treated absolutely horribly. That was a lifetime that was may have been in, well, definitely contributed to that.
Yeah.
Ripped out of your homeland and brought to another country as a slave. I mean, oh my God.
Yeah.
Right.
It's crazy how our souls reincarnate because most of my lifetimes I'm usually indigenous. Do you know what I mean? So you know what we're gonna do, Melinda, because you have already like gone into the records, but look at this bad mama jamma. So any of my Reiki sessions, I use believers. So these are the ones that I use. They're all crystals. So I use the crystals to dowse. Either to I remove, I put energy in. When I work with the Akashic records, I work with a wooden pendulum to get all of my answers on my charts. And then I do a clearing with this brass one, this big baby. This is the only brass one that I use. But it's an Akashic records. It's a realignment, a healing, and an upgrade. So we should maybe try to do this for you. And let's try an Akashic clearing. And then let's see if that doesn't shift some of that energy for you. Because that is, and guys, just so you know, those are the listening. Melinda, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking? I know you don't care.
Hold on.
Melinda.
65.
65. All right.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, you're like my older sister, like my older teenage sister. So she's 65, I'm 48. So she's been here a few decades, right? Both of us. And when you get to these older mature ages and we have these triggers and overlays that are really having a grip on us, like, and what did I say? And I know Kayla's gonna laugh. I said this year that I was not gonna say the word narcissist and bully because I wanted to take it out of my vocabulary. I think that lasted till about April. And then once April hit, it was like all hell let loose. And I just started saying it again. Narcissist, bully, but I say words are important. And if I keep speaking them, I'm going to keep seeing it. And it's like, but I can't help it. I keep seeing it. I keep seeing it. I see like, instead of me saying, I see dead people, I see dead people and narcissists just everywhere. Right? So here I am at 48 still telling this story over and over in my head. And so that is when I know, just from reading the records, that this is something that's a strong karmic overlay, a deep imprint in my soul that's been from other lifetimes, right? So I actually think I've had an Akashic clearing. And let me tell you why people are like, oh, I've done that and it didn't work. It did work. But the thing is, we're human. So, like, you go to a chiropractor and you get your spinal cord straightened out and he hooks you up. And then what do? You go and lift a heavy box and then you fuck it all up again. Same thing. We try to do this reprogramming, but what do? We go back to our old programming because we're so used to being like when you drive and you're like, oh shit, you try to go a different way, but it's the same way you go. And then you go, oh, thank you, Ashley. But then you end up still going the same way. You're like, oh fuck, I didn't want to go that way. You know what I mean? It's programming. So of course you got to go back. You got to keep meditating. And then guess what? You're not going to clear up all those overlays in one lifetime. What you can do, you can clear up most of it because we're human. So unless you're Jesus, and even Jesus flipped tables, right? And that's the thing too, like Jesus was human, okay? Jesus was human. Jesus used to get angry. Buddha was human. He was actually a rich guy, very rich. Go listen to his story. So anyway, now I forgot what I was saying. But anyway, right? You evolve. But oh, I know what I was saying. But oh, and you know what? That's a great thing too. My memory's getting better. I used to like if I forgot something, I'd be like, that's it, it's gone. Thoughts are coming back to me quicker. And just when I said that, I'm like, yeah, but I am forgetting other things. But anyway, karmic debt. So while we're working on our karmic overlays, fear, abandonment issue. Here, I'll name a couple for you. What are some of the So these are, and this is what I do when I do an Akashic profile, right? So let's look. What are some of the karmic overlays that we come and we bring with? Past life influence overlays, abandonment, betrayal, disempowerment, lost, love unreceived, anxiety, despair, disgust, depression, worry, crying, discouragement, rejection, sadness, blame, anger, bitterness, guilt, hatred, resentment, blaming, despair, fear, self-loathing, persecution, humiliation, jealousy, emotional abuse, soul trauma, overwhelm, self-doubt, intolerance, victim, struggle, DNA damage, effort unreceived, heartache, insecurity, isolation, vulnerability, failure, helplessness, hopelessness, lack of control, low self-esteem, loss, defensiveness, grief, self-abuse, trauma, depression, frustration, indecisiveness, panic, taken for granted, conflict, creative insecurity, limitation, unsupported, unconsciousness, pride, shame, shock, unworthy, worthless, obsessive, judgment, dishonor, expectation, genetic. These are all past life things, emotions, imprints, that things that happen in past lifetimes. If we don't heal it, it comes with you. If you made a soul contract with someone, you know what? I want to go experience what it's like to lose my husband. I don't. Words are important. Universe doesn't know when you're joking. I am simply telling an example, universe. Because I've been getting these weird Facebook group things like bereaving your spouse, and I'm like, what the fuck are you guys trying to tell me? But it wasn't for me, it was for someone else. It was for this lady Jen that came on my life. But anyway, you signed the soul contract, right? You're like, okay, I want to go experience what that's like. So this other soul is like, I want to go experience what it's like to die young. I'll go with you. Let's go do that. Okay, bet. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. We sign our little contracts and our little side gigs because we got all kinds of things we're doing in this life. And we come down and I lose my spouse and I never, ever, ever heal that wound. I die sad and lonely and bitter and resentful. Like, why? Why did he die? Like, that was so unfair. God, like, why? And I never heal from that. Guess what? That is the karmic overlay you're going to take with you into another life, into another timeline, into another dimension, right? What I try to do, the best that I know how, because that's all I know what to do, is not create more debt for myself, right? So, even if I don't agree with someone, right, or have the same eye to eye or point of view, I know I also cannot change their mind. And I'm not here to do that. Like I said, I'm not here to be popular. I'm here because I have a purpose. And that purpose is to help people who have depression and anxiety and worry and alcoholism and all these things. And I'm here to help you, do you know what I mean? Move through that stuff. Jesus has helped me. Do you know what I mean? And we're just gonna go ahead and block this one because he's clearly just here to troll. Like, please. And here's the thing, too, guys. Ask yourself this. Ask yourself, person troll who's on here. Before you comment on anybody's stuff or before you decide to, put yourself into a space, I want you to ask yourself, is my comment helpful? Are these words necessary? Am I adding anything positive to this space with my words? Words like Jesus help her. Yes, if you meant it in a good way, yeah. But your words they bounce right off of me because Jesus does protect me. I'm close to Jesus, which is why I don't do things like this, right? And then you're saying that I'm on one. I'm literally sober, and that's the best part about me being a medium is nobody can say that I'm on drugs. I've been sober since Cinco de Mayo, 2019, but I bet you like to drink spirits. I'd like to talk to them. Um, you doing this, you're not adding anything to anyone's space, and all you're doing is putting that kind of energy out, and it's coming back to you, sir. That's why I'm not going to throw any shade or hate your way. I understand why you are the way you are. Hurt people, heal people, heal people. So You are right though. I am on one. And you know what I'm on? Happiness, joy. I'm grounded. I'm content with my life. I choose gratitude. I choose to be happy. I choose to not celebrate in others' demises, even though we don't see eye to eye, or even though they are very hurtful to my community and my people. I choose to not extend hate to those people. Do you know what I mean? I am making a post about that, Crystal. And and one thing that I wanted to say yesterday, and I did say it to a lot of people. I was like, don't let other people who are monsters turn you into a monster. Don't let other people and their hatefulness turn you into a hateful person. Like this guy that's on here, right? You literally just wasted time and energy, and that wasted time and energy is what's going to come back to you, sir. So that goes to everyone. Ask yourself, like, are my words, whatever I'm about to say or post, like, is it helping anyone? Is it positive? Is it because if it's not, you just screwed yourself over. You did nothing to me. You can't affect me. You just like hurt yourself. So and just so you know, at the end of every meditation, before we even come out of this space, because while we're sitting here trying to feel peace in our lives and make ourselves feel better, we're doing the work for people like you as well, sir. Because do you know what we do at the end of every meditation? We send out a big Care Bear stare. And we're like, if you're sad, if you're lonely, if you're hungry, if you're in pain, we are sending so much love out to you right now. We work up all this energy for like 15 to 20 minutes. This light. We just, oh, and then we just pow, send it out to the world. That's what we do. So I don't know what you are trying to do right now, but I really hope and invite you to invite love into your space and stop doing things like this because that's what's causing the chaos in your life. You're welcome. That was free. And now I get to block him. And now we block him. Okay, great. Because see, that's what we do. We try to help people without attacking them. Because if I'm going to attack him, people are going to attack me. I don't want no attacks. And if anybody's going to attack me with some love, attack me with some knowledge, attack me with some, something that's going to improve my life. But I don't know. Listen, and I am trying to be gracious because, like I said, that is one of my goals. When I die, and I'm not going to die till I'm in my 90s, I'm 48. If I die now, no one can say this. No one can say, Kim was so nice. She never talked bad about anyone. She always found something nice to say about everyone. That's that's what I want people to say when I die. And right now, I'm not there. What I've heard from my guides and my trajectory, the way that I'm saying it, thank you, thank you. I think when I hit about 60, when I hit about 60 years old, that's when I'm going to really, really not judge anyone when I'm 60. I got about 11 and a half more years of unpacking to do. Like I said, I just went live like a month ago on Facebook going off about bullies. That was the 12-year-old unhealed version of me that did that. Blah blah blah. Let me tell you what they did. Like anyway, but I don't erase it. I'm not and here's the other thing. I'm not ashamed of it. I don't give a fuck. I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Right? I sure fucking did. And I'm gonna leave it on there because I'm not ashamed of who I am, right? I'm not gonna hide. I don't hide. I have nothing to hide. That's why. That's the best part about me. I got nothing to hide. And that's the thing too. Like, I love like nobody can anything that anybody says about me, I know is like a total opinion or whatever because I got nothing to hide. I got no skeletons in my closet. They're all out. When you go into rehab and you've had to do that, it's all out. Turning 60 in 2 months, post-menopause has helped me be less reactive to people. And Lynn, that is that right there. And I think that's what it is. Right now, I'm full on. I was doing healing. Right now, I'm in menopause. I'm sweaty. I'm tired. Year and a half of sweating. Last night was a doozy. I almost did not come today. I almost did not come to this meditation because I was wet. And then I was like, you know what? It's your job, Kim. And not only is it, and I hate saying that because it's not my job. I like this space that I created. I enjoy coming here at 6 a.m. Monday. I do. I like it. I get excited about it. I'm like, okay, I prepare myself. I get up. I'm like looking things. I don't just jump on here like I used to. There's some meditations where you can tell I just jumped on, right? If you go to the old YouTubes from like a couple years ago, like there's intention and I really like prepare myself and have an intention for what I'm trying to bring to this space. Like I said, I was created for purpose, not for popularity. Although being popular, I'm not gonna lie, I like. I'm a Leo rising, but I don't care if I'm not liked by everyone. That's the fucking difference. That's the fucking difference. Hi, KJ. Like, and that's honesty. I like being popular, but I don't care if I'm not liked by everyone. I just don't. Like I said, I'm not everybody's cup of tea because I like coffee. I said that in my TikTok, which I'm going to post after. But all right, it's Friday. And guess what? I'm going to let the kids sleep in a little bit. Um, what else did I want to say? Oh, really quickly before I get off of Zoom, Kayla G, who's on the Zoom, she is my first one-on-one intuition student. I did not do that because of my other responsibilities that I had. And I was like, okay, so I opened up this intuition course and it ended up where, thank God, I had to adjust it and I just kept Kayla. I was like, Kayla, I'm actually not going to do it. Yeah, the intent, right? I'm just going to, we're going to work with you one-on-one. And she had her first like reading somebody. We did a Zoom with one of a client that I picked for her, somebody that she did not know, complete stranger. So, and you know what? I'm gonna open it up to my, you know what, KJ, because I got KJ over. I'm gonna open up to my subscribers on today's video. Comment me and you will get a reading from me and my student. So you'll get it. We'll go on Zoom because you haven't gotten a reading. I don't think people who have subscribed, a couple people who have subscribed have gotten readings, but even if you have like Rebecca, Crystal, that's fine. Um, and I'm talking about paid readings, right? Separate from the subscription, separate from a live on TikTok. And we're gonna do a reading. But Kayla read, she felt the lady's shoulder pain. She felt the pain here in her forearm. She was mwah, mwah, mwah. So I just wanted to acknowledge that and congratulate Kayla for stepping into this space and yeah, taking the bull by the motherfucking horns and doing it. So super proud of her. Super, super proud of her. All right, Zoomers, I'm gonna jump over to TikTok. I will see you guys Monday. Have a good weekend, guys.